the only one. Tryna hit some over here. If you wanna bring it over here, I know I can hit it over there, but nah.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Makeup by Carrie. For those of you who don't know, why you smiling, Inky? Anyways, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So today, guys, is a different kind of video than usual. This is gonna be like a story time / vlog video. The first half of the story vlog is more of a story time. Towards the middle, all the way to the end, we'll have a lot of vlog clips in it. So some of you already know because you follow me on Instagram and you guys are my friends on Facebook. You guys know me and my boo thing. We was in LA for the very first time. I've mentioned it in a few captions and all of that I went there for NYX. So I'm just going to jump into the story time, let you guys know what that was all about. Okay. We went to LA because NYX gave me an opportunity to work with them on something really freaking dope, you guys. So I can't say what it is right now. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not even going to give you a little sneak, a little link. So make sure that you guys just stay tuned with me and NYX so you can kind of see what it is. I promise you guys are going to absolutely love it. Anywho, we were supposed to catch our flight. It was a Sunday. We're gonna go there. We were supposed to leave on a Sunday, come back on a Tuesday, right? Sunday we go. Monday was the opportunity. Tuesday we come back home. So Sunday our flight was 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I live in New York. You guys know I moved back to New York from Georgia. If you saw my other story times, you already know that. If y'all know and y'all watch my stuff, shout out to y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, I'll link it somewhere over here so y'all go check that out. Anyways, our flight was supposed to be at 12 p.m. right? So we planned to take a Lyft to the airport. For some reason, the Lyft app was not my friend at all, not at all this entire trip. So the Lyft app kept telling me to update my payment method. I think I put in about 3 different cards. It would say, okay, it's good to go. But as soon as I tried to book a trip, it wouldn't work. So I was like, oh my gosh. We had no choice but to try to take public transportation. For the most part, public transportation could be decent, but if it's the weekend and you live in New York, you know there's always a chance it's going to act up. And this was one of those weekends. It was a Sunday, so they was doing construction at a lot of different train stations, which means that the trains do wonky stuff. Like you have to take a different train than you normally do, catch a train at a different station, all kinds of craziness. We ended up on the train. The time is going super slow. This trip should have took no longer than an hour. It was already going into about an hour and a half. Like I'm saying, the trains would stop in between stations, so you couldn't even get off. So I was like, oh my gosh, we're not gonna make it to the airport in time. This has never happened to me my entire time flying and catching flights ever, like ever. So what we end up doing, for those of you who are from New York, we were on the E train. We got off at Forest Hill 71st Street. It was like, bump that, we can't take it to Southend, we just have to get off. So when we got out there, we tried to use the Lyft app again. The Lyft app didn't work, but luckily there were like a whole lot of taxis out there. So we ended up taking a regular taxi to the airport, which only took about 10 minutes. Now, if we would have stayed on that train, it would have took like an additional 40 minutes, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. So that was really cool. So we got in there, we rushing and stuff, and we go to try to get on our flights, and we did not check in time. I was so upset. It was about 11:45 when we got there. The flight was supposed to leave at 12:15. So the minimal time that you have to check in is 45 minutes. Which I wasn't aware of, because normally when I catch a flight, I'm always there like 2 hours in advance anyway, because I just want to make sure everything is smooth with security and all of that stuff. So I was so upset. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm like, we're not going to LA. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what we're gonna do. When I was at the machine, it was like the next flight was 9 p.m. and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, how does that even work? But luckily when we got up there and we spoke to the people who worked there for the American Airlines and all that, it was like, no, we can put you on standby for the next flight, and if you can't make it on that one, you just wait and so forth, right? Thank God, we're gonna be there early, we're good, we're gonna catch a 2:30 flight, it's nothing, right? So we're on standby. And for those of you who know what don't know what standby is, you're basically the last person. Like whoever got on the flight because we didn't check in on time, they was probably on standby, and because we didn't check in, they got our seats. So now we're in their position. We're basically trying to get some seats, and it doesn't necessarily, it's like a, you just don't know. It's like a gamble. Like I know it's sad to say, but I'm like, please somebody missed their flight, please somebody don't check in so we can get on. Like literally, that's what I'm saying to myself. So we go through check-in and all of that. We're finally back there with all of the gates. When I say we was on standby from 11:45 to 8:30 p.m. guys, I'm like, they're like 2:30 comes, and I'm like, is there any space? They're like, there's no space. We're gonna have to transfer you. Go to gate 45. So we're at gate 45 because we couldn't get on the 2:30 flight to try to get on the 5:30 flight. 5:30 comes, and they're like, sorry, there's no space. We're gonna put you guys on another transfer. Go to gate 24. Like we walking and running all over from gate to gate to gate to gate to gate, and they like 2 hours apart. The flights are about 2 hours apart, so we're getting hungry, we're getting hazy, we're getting aggravated. On our way, originally in the morning, we had a little sandwich on the train to eat because we was like, we're gonna be fine, we'll eat the sandwich, we get something to eat on the plane. When we get there, we eat again. But that wasn't what happened. So we ended up having to eat McDonald's, and you know, McDonald's was an arm and leg at the airport. And then we started getting headaches. We was mad tired. I was tired because I was up all night getting ready. I planned to sleep on the plane because I thought we were going to get there at 6 p.m. LA time. It was just a mess, you guys, bouncing around from gate to gate to gate. I started to feel like I just don't think we're going. Like I just didn't have any faith at that point. But 8:30 came, and we finally got on the flight. So I'm like, whoo, we finally on the flight. I'm like, it's happening. So while we're on the flight, on the plane, and it just left from the gate and all of that, and then the pilot sends a little message through the intercom, whatever you call it, letting us know that we were delayed about an hour. So I have a headache already from tiredness, hunger, all of the above. I had to get an aspirin from the flight attendant. In my mind, I was like, I just want to go home. Like, I wanted to go home at that point because I'm like, we're on the flight. It's 9:30 now. We still haven't left. Like, it was so freaking crazy. Like, whew. Eventually, we end up leaving and all of that, right? So, fast forward because I was in and out of sleeping on the plane. Once we got to LA, we finally got to LAX, and it was about 2:15, 2:30. We waited for the shuttle outside to take us to the hotel. So we were staying at A Loft in El Segundo, I think that's how you say it. But once we got off the shuttle, we went to the hotel and all of that. You know, everybody is kind of trying to check in that just got off the flight. It's like a bunch of us, a few of us, not a bunch, just a few. And once I get up there, she has my name, my reservation, all of that stuff. And then she's like, okay, so can I have your credit card? And I'm like, credit card? I don't even have a credit card. And I'm just like, it should be paid for. So like, basically at this point, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, was that all a sign telling me not to go? Like, from being at the airport from 11 in the morning to 8 at night, trying to tell me don't go because you're gonna be sleeping in somebody LA streets. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight because I didn't have a credit card. But it was supposed to be paid for already. So that was a mistake on the hotel's end, which was really, really frustrating because after all of that travel, I'm just ready to go to sleep. We were both kind of aggravated, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But 3 o'clock, we were inside our rooms, knocked out cold. So mind you, I told you guys we were supposed to be there at 6 p.m. the night before. We got there 3 a.m. the next day. The stuff that I was supposed to be doing with NYX is supposed to start at 9 in the morning. So So I'm like, I barely have sleep. I planned to get here the night before, the evening before, because I needed to do things to prep and get ready and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, oh my gosh, like it was crazy. I felt like a zombie. But luckily, you know, they were being really, really sweet. And the person that was, you know, helping me out, dealing with me over there with NYX Professional Makeup was just like, just come a little bit later. We know everything you went through. We know you tired, you took some C's and all that. So that was really, really cool. So we got our little rest. I do want to mention, because I think it's really crazy, like we always complain that New York is OD expensive, but there was a Walgreens across the street from the hotel, and when we went in there, the guy's asking me like, do you want to purchase a bag for 10 cents? And in my mind, I'm just thinking like, is it one of those kind of donate things or something like that? Like, I don't know. I was like, no. And I noticed he wasn't putting my things in a bag, so I was like, wait a minute, am I supposed to purchase the bag for me to use? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, like it was just crazy because I didn't know. So it was like little things that people probably know out there. They're probably looking at me like, okay, so if you don't want a bag, but you don't pay for bags out here in New York, you just get your bags and you go, you can double your bags and all of that. But yeah, I know, rambling. So back to the story. So we get to the NYX headquarters. I guess so. You can drop it. I don't know, I've never been here. And it's about 12 p.m. It's really, really pretty. It's really tall. It says NYX Professional Makeup. You see pink stuff inside the building. Is really pretty. Nice AC, smells good, feels good. It's just really dope to actually see like the inside of the building, like the NYX headquarters. You know, you go to these stores and you buy all this makeup, but you never really experience going to something like that. So I thought it was really, really cool. Everybody in there was like really freaking sweet. Everybody was really nice. It was just really nice vibes. So I really, really enjoyed that. So while we were in there, the woman who basically set up everything for me, she was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you've been through that. That travel was crazy. Like, she felt so freaking bad. I think I mentioned to you guys before that someone contacted me from NYX Professional Makeup at the end of last year to add me to the PR list, and I was super hyped. So I've been on the PR list before NYX Face Awards and before this opportunity, so that was cool. But just saying, she felt really bad, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy, take whatever you want. So it was like PR makeup and stuff, and it was like so much makeup, and she was like, take whatever you want. It just felt like Christmas. Like, I'm literally just like throwing it in the bag. Like, I thought that was really sweet, really dope, and that was like a real cool experience. So that was really dope. So you guys are gonna see me start busting out a lot of NYX makeup. I'm gonna be using a lot of NYX stuff because I have so much now. If you guys are wondering, I'm wearing the NYX lingerie glitter in the color Spirits on my lips now. I don't know if the camera's capturing it, but that's what I got on. It's like a little glitter gloss. Anyways, so after getting my little treat of makeup, they treated us to like some lunch and all of that before everything got started. So we had some lunch and stuff like that, chit-chatting, getting to know each other just a little bit. There was some other super bomb artists there who I follow on Instagram now. They were really, really sweet. Everybody was just there, just doing their thing or whatever, right? So once lunch was over and all of that, I went ahead and did what I was supposed to do for them and all of that, and all of that was finished. Everyone there was really, really sweet. Like, I know I said that already, but they were really, really sweet. And I was nervous, you know, being at the NYX headquarters and doing something with them face to face, not like at home, just like, hey, I'm gonna send you this lip gloss, can you make a video for me? It's like I'm looking at you guys face to face. So I was really nervous, but they kind of helped calm my nerves. Everybody was just really sweet, and it was a really, really cool experience, and I really do look forward to working with them again. And I really want to go back to LA again too. So that was it for that part. Me and Boo Thang, y'all know him, Dominique, we were talking about like going places like afterwards, like, you know, checking out stuff that is in LA that we have never saw and all of that. But when I tell you we were tired, we didn't get enough sleep. As soon as we got back to that hotel, we crashed, and it was about 6 p.m. We was just knocked out cold. Like, knocked out. Like, it was crazy. So we didn't do anything for the rest of that night. But when we woke up the next day, our flight was gonna be like 2 p.m. so we didn't have much time to do much. And I'm like, look, we're not going somewhere far because I don't want to be way over there trying to come way back over here and then we miss a flight to go back to New York and we're stuck in LA and we don't live here. So we decided to just go across the street to this place called Pizza Rev.
You don't go crazy trying to take super early pictures and want to stay there for family if they get the light on.
No.
Huh? Pizza Rev is like the Subways of pizza. Like, you kind of make your own pizza, you pick your own crust, your own topping, sauce, cheese, all of that good stuff.
Being fat out of LA, chilling. This pizza man, this place called Pizza Rev. New York niggas in LA, man, I don't know how to act, bro.
Y'all, I just came from Pizza Rev and this place is bomb. You create your own pizza. It's like the Subway of pizzas. Like, it's so good. Y'all have to try it.
My pizza came out banging. It always does. I'm good with creating some food, but my boo's pizza was just okay. All right. But anyways, it was really, really cool. It was really fun. I think she's coming. Oh, you're not coming in?
Oh. I don't know what she said. Damn, I still didn't get a picture of
You
this
can get
shit.
that when we leave. Or go to the pool.
Get it where I want to get it. Get your ass out.
So get it in. Ain't nothing right. No, let me see.
I'll beat your ass.
You ain't beating nothing.
This is kind of cool.
Come into my humble abode.
Bold. Creeping up on your ass.
Let's give them a tour real quick.
This is the bathroom. This is the bathroom. The shower is so freaking cute. Yes, yes.
I don't got a wide. I don't know if they can see all this. Maybe they can.
You see Dominique? Now you're in my video.
Get about it.
Let's go. All right, come on.
This white balance is messed all the way up. So fucking extra. Whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to get that though. Nah, for real. Let me change the outfit. We gotta go. There's something about LA and Miami, just Florida, like palm trees. It just gives you a different vibe, make you feel good, because you don't have palm trees in New York. But yeah, so after that, we just kind of hung out in the hotel for a little bit. We went to take a little dip in the pool before it was time to go, because I was like, the flight leaves at 2. I checked in the night before this time, guys. I learned my lesson. I was not trying to get stranded. And I was thinking to leave at 12. I don't know why I thought that, because I have heard people say that LA traffic is crazy, and they were not lying. So we left like, well, so we planned to leave a little bit earlier. Anywho, we were at the pool, we were taking pictures and stuff like that, getting our little last minute fun and all of that stuff.
I'm here for real, I used to say I won't explain how I feel.
where all my pictures were taken when I was in my little bikini. It was at the pool at at the Aloft Hotel at El Segundo. I feel like I'm saying that so wrong, but whatever. The El Segundo Hotel is really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you walk in, you know, all that pink lights. It was really, really cool and all of that stuff. Like I would definitely go there again. I only had one issue with them really, which was when look, I personally had one personal issue with them, which I've heard a lot of people complain before, not about them specifically, just hotels period. But when I left out, my body spray was sitting in the bathroom, and when I came back, the body spray was completely gone. Like my Victoria's Secret body spray, and I searched the entire hotel room, drawers, everything. Like it was nowhere to be found. And I'm not really tripping because of just a little bit left, but it's just the principle, you know. Other than that, the hotel was great. They didn't bother us. It was really cool. I love the pool. It was just good vibes. So now, after we were finished with the pool, we basically just packed up and we were on our way back to LAX airport. We took a little clips and stuff of how it looks over there by the airport and things like that, so you guys can see if you've never seen LA.
Hey y'all.
Good afternoon.
Give a fuck who judge you. I just wanna be in love with you. I just want you put it down for me. I just want you make it smile for me. I just wanna get it this way, that way.
Uh-oh. Well, you guys, I was trying to record some view for you guys outside, but since the camera's on me, we are in an Uber on our way to LAX. We're on our way back to JFK, so it was really fun in LA. Today was really, really fun. We had fun yesterday at the NYX Headquarters. You had fun, Dominique?
That was fun too.
Traffic is crazy. Today was fun. We took lots of pictures. We had to catch up on a lot of sleep, but we're on our way to the airport so we can get back home. So we'll talk to you guys later.
Child lock on that hoe.
Huh?
Felt like a child lock on that bitch.
I don't know what you just said.
Felt like a child lock on that bitch.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I can't.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Absolutely.
Security, taking my shoes off. I have no socks.
You doing what?
I have no socks on.
Why?
Because I had sandals. Are you recording me?
Yeah.
I don't have any socks on, you guys, and I have to go through security, take off my sneakers. They're gonna think I'm so dirty. All right.
It's dark as hell in here.
Look how crowded it is. Check at my bag.
Once we got to the airport, we actually made it in time this time, so we didn't have to worry about being stuck there all day. We made it like I think once we actually sat down and got to the gate, we had about 30 minutes to spare, so that was really good. We did good this time. The traffic was bad. Okay, it took us about it was a 40-minute taxi drive, which if it wasn't traffic would probably be about 10 minutes. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, but good thing we left in time. So that was really, really cool. It was just cool to just see it in daytime, like being in the taxi, seeing the city and all of that. As far as like any celebrities or anything, I think my boyfriend pointed out too, I didn't know them. I don't really know a lot of celebrities like that by face. At least you say a name, I'll probably know them, but he saw them. We didn't really bother them, just let them go about their business. Once we were on the flight, I would say American Airlines is the ish. Now, I've traveled from Florida into New York back and forth a lot, and I kind of just stuck to what I know. I was sticking to JetBlue because I knew you get a free carry-on and a free bag check-in. I'm not sure. It was something that I just liked them for, and it was just like, I know it, so I'm stick to it. But American Airlines is dope. Their first class have like these big couch-looking seats, big old TV, and they give you pillows and blankets. The business class is right behind it. That's more like if you're going with somebody, then you could be y'all could be next to each other. with the same kind of setup, and then back there is economy, which was still cool. I'm not tripping. I'll sit next to people and all of that. It's nothing. But the vibe was still cozy. It was like real comfortable. They give you little earbuds. Everyone gets a little blankets, you know, so they can just chill if they get a little cold, relax. They give out some sandwich wraps, some cookies, some drinks for days, girl. It was amazing. And they brownies were off the chain. So American Airlines, they get a plus for me, and I might just switch to them. I need to try some other airlines now. I don't want to be like how I was doing with JetBlue and just sticking with them. Let me see how Southwest is and all that, okay? But anyways, the flight home was awesome. We stayed up the entire time. We were watching like movies, playing little games on the little TV, and chit-chatting, recording some scenery outside. All of that you guys should see. I'm going to throw all of that in there for you guys.
Local time is 11:26. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. May the aisles clear and all carry-on bags stowed. Toy parked to the gate and the caption is turned off with fasten seatbelt sign.
Dominique, what you doing? I'm filming, he's filming. So we just landed, and yeah, that's about it. Say bye.
So we landed safe. I think we landed about 11:45 p.m.
Dominique doesn't like to be on camera, but we're in JFK Airport, so we're back in New York, and we're on our way to the baggage claim and to get our stuff, and then on public transportation on the train, so we're out of here.
You can't move because that don't make sense.
Okay. Got nobody on in the background, dude. Okay, y'all, so we hit our baggage claim. I'm so cheesy. We're about to get our bags. We weigh in, and that's about it. We're about to get our bags, take a little lift home, and that's it for the trip. You want to stay hidden?
What's up, though?
He finally appears. Y'all hear me talking to him in the background all the time, and he's so scared of cameras. Okay.
I tried to use my lift again. I was like, let me see if this lift is gonna work and take us home, because it was mad late. the lift didn't work. I was like, screw Lyft. I don't know what's up with the app, but it's whatever. I contacted customer support. They reached out to me and said it was fixed, but it still didn't work. So I just left that alone. We ended up taking the air train to the train station to take public transportation home. It was a Tuesday, so it was much better than Sunday. The air train, we haven't been on it in like 4 years because we've been in Georgia and Florida. We've just been away from New York. But it was really cool, really nice experience. We took the train home. We got to the Bronx because we live in the Bronx. We got here like 1 something. I'll say 1 something, close to 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. I don't even know. We got us some little snacks from the corner store, and we came in the house and we crashed. We caught up on so much sleep, it's not even funny. Yeah, so that's basically it. We went to LA. It was super dope. Crazy movie-like experience at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. It seemed like a movie. I was like, this is not happening. Like, I didn't even know what I was gonna do. Like, it was just crazy. But yeah, it was an awesome experience. I really, really, really do thank NYX Professional Makeup and everyone over there who was helping us. They're really dope and they were really, really sweet. It was a pleasure working with them, and I really do look forward to working with them again. We do want to go back to LA because we didn't get to see enough of it. So hopefully when we go to LA next time, we can really vlog every single thing and we can show y'all everything and just have a full-on experience of that. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I could just keep going about stuff. Oh, let me just throw this in here real quick. I'm going to be doing a makeup giveaway here on YouTube very, very shortly. So make sure you are subscribed and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out. If you're not subscribed, you cannot enter the giveaway, of course. So help a sister out and I'll help you out, okay? So that's about it for this story and this video. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and befriend me on Facebook. All of that is down below. It's somewhere in the video over here. And subscribe, turn on post notifications, said that all. I'm fiending. I need subscribers. I love y'all. Bye.